strategy, whatever it is, I want you guys to see what's possible if you can just be a little delusionally hard-headed and like just stick with it. Anyone at this point would have stopped. A $6,000 loss on a 20K account, everyone would tell you, you have no clue what you're doing. I digress. So we're going to move into the next month. Now, before I do, you guys can see all of the different instruments. For a January swing trader, does this look like a swing trader? Really quick, I just want to ask you guys. These are all the trades I placed. Does this look like something a swing trader would do in 1 month? Absolutely not. So you can see I was struggling with the 4-hour time frame. I kept going from the 4-hour back to the 1 hour. I would take an entry based on the 4-hour, get scared, go back to the 1 hour for an exit, and vice versa. It was tricky. It was tricky. And I was also trading multiple instruments. So you guys can see I was trading gold, crude. What else do we got over here? Just crude and gold for January. Tricky January. So the headspace I was in 2023 was rough. Low point, down on myself, doubting myself. And then let's go into February now. February. Your girl came back with an 8K profit. Less trades. She's getting there. She's like, oh, okay. All right, I think I can do this swing trading thing. I think I can trade with less trades. We came back with $8,000 profit. That right there, I could quit the webinar now and be like, that's one reason to keep going. That right there, from January to February. Mic drop, you guys can do it. Glory to God. But we got to go through the whole year because that's not 100K. This is just bouncing back from a bad month. I need to show you guys $100,000 year. So this was February. February, we've got $8,000 profit. Amazing. So the beginning balance was $17,000, but now the ending balance here is 21. So now we're doing good. We're feeling good. We're on our high horse. We're like, okay, we got this. Ego might probably be a little bit there, but we're feeling good. We got the swing trading. We got it down, right? And then let's go into March. Positive 2.5 thousand. Not bad. Okay, we're still on the up and up. I like it. You know, it's not an $8,000 month. It's not a $10,000 month, but it's 2.5 thousand. How many of you guys would be happy with a $2,000 month? Period. I was happy. Okay. And then look at this. Even less trades here. So we're really starting to get this. We're like, okay, it's a 4-hour time frame. We're trading less. Keep in mind, guys, the starting balance for 2023, what was it? I don't know if any of you guys were keeping up, but that's okay. Correct. And then it came down, and then we were down. So technically, we had to make that 100K we got 21K. We got $12,000. $12,000, you guys. Nowadays, that's not going to get you much. $12,000. So imagine the defeat. But then we're coming back. Okay, now we got the 21K. All right, we're good. Ending balance for March. We're looking at ending. 23. Okay, good. All right, here we go. Now, also keep in mind, guys, this is a personal account, personal funded account. This is not a prop firm. Okay, so then now let's go into April. All right, did we digress? What happened here? Were we a little too, was the ego a little too high here? Did we take too many losses in a row? What happened? This is what happened right here. Took a $7,000 loss. Now, yes, we made a few profits. Sure, a $4,000 profit. But okay, so we got humbled. We got humbled in April. So now we're sitting at a $17,000 profit. So for any questions, it's like someone's asking, did you trade every day? So this is about as nitty gritty as you can get. This is everything. So what you're looking at here is my entire statement for April. All of these are my entire statements. That's showing timestamps. I mean, not time, but it's showing dates. It's showing the date. It's showing how many contracts. It's showing what contract. It's showing profit and loss. So you can see there's not a trade every single day. Otherwise you would see 30 trades. So yeah, Albert says there's 15 trades here. Also, Albert, keep in mind, some of these are the same trade. I just didn't get filled in my position. Like, let's say that I placed three contracts. It'll be 1, 2, 3 here, and that's all considered one trade. The statements, yes, they're a little bit wonky, but I think the biggest point that I want to share is the ending balance and the beginning balance for each one of these. So April, we're down $6,000. We got humbled real quick. Let's see the next month. Look at this. May 2023, $20,000 profit. $20,000 profit. What? Like after being humbled. So see, there's a theme here. Like for some reason, I don't know, just like I said before, I don't know if, you guys are into the astrology thing, but you take a Leo down low, like to rock bottom, and there is nowhere but up and as high up as they can go. So I had a few like humbling moments, a few like rock bottoms, but then to see this comeback, a $20,000 profit. So now we've got beginning balance, 17,000. Ending balance, 38. Also, I can't really see that well. You guys probably can see better than I do. I might need glasses, but I'm thinking that says 38. $38,000. Okay, let's go. $20,000 profit. Month's activity, positive 20,000. Like you guys can imagine. Just put yourself into like Tori 2023 brain. Like where it started in January. Devastating first month. And then we're like, we got a $20,000 month? Like you can imagine how many ceilings opened up in my brain when I experienced a $20,000 month. So exciting in May. All right, now we're moving from May. We've got May, we had the beginning balance of 17, ending balance of 38. Let's keep it going. All right, in June, we took a loss. So this was a red month. Negative 7,000. So this is one of the bigger losses out of all of these. So yes, sure, we had like the $6,000 loss in January. We had another like $6,000 loss the month before here, but in June, this is one of our biggest losing months. But we made such progress for most of the year that this $7,800 loss didn't set me off too far. It didn't take me back down to like ground zero. I wasn't completely devastated. But I want you guys to see like this ebb and flow, this green, this red, this high, this low of this year or of 2023. Like just going through or embodying like this new type of trader. It's not easy. So if you are trying something new this year, a new strategy, a new time frame, a new instrument, whatever it is, I need you guys to see that those ups and downs are so normal. So yeah, Danny's saying I'm a fighter. I need you guys to be fighters too. I need you guys to put yourself in these shoes and be like, okay, if I try a new instrument, there are going to be ups and downs. If I try a new time frame, there are going to be ups and downs. I gotta persevere is the thing. I gotta persevere. I gotta keep pushing. So let's see what happens after June. June 2023. She did it again. July, we got a $23,000 profit month. Like what? Who is she? I'm so, like, when I tell you guys, I'm so proud of myself. I'm literally imagining myself in 2023, remembering how hard some of these months were, like how hard I was on myself. I am so freaking proud of her. $23,000 profit again. Now let's go. Now, maybe we had a little bit higher of a month here. We got a lot of trades. We've got, now some of these also you guys can see are just like, trade station charges, commission, fees. You have to pay a subscription for like, to view some of the charts, stuff like that. But most of these trades are going to be $20,000 trade, $2,000 loss, $7,000 trade, $5,000 loss. So some ebb and flows here, but the $20,000 was amazing. So we've got beginning balance, 30. I think that says 30. And then ending balance here, 54,000. We're getting there, guys. We're getting to that 100K. We're getting there. Like ceiling is off, ceiling is gone. This is just in a matter of 6 months, 7 months. We're getting ready to go into August, the Leo month. Let's see how I do on my birthday month. But we're 7 months in and I have made it to $54,000 profit. Now a total, I didn't track all the totals, but we'll say our account balance is at 54,000. All right, let's keep going. So we've got July. Oh, one of my cameras died. Okay, that's fine, I guess. All right, we're going into July 2023. Let's move on to August. Banger. Another $20,000 profit month. Man, I'm telling you guys, she did it. She's doing it. Now I need you guys to see, I'm showing you guys. So if you guys have questions on losses, on how much I'm making, how much I'm losing, this has everything. So all of my losses, a trade that I lost, a trade that I won, You guys can see how many contracts, what instrument, the beginning balance of the month, the ending balance of the month, everything is here. So we've got a $22,000 month in August. Minimal trades here. Minimal trades. We've got beginning balance of that 54, ending balance. Now we're looking at $76,000. Jenny, I did talk about the beginning balance in January. All right, here we go. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Ooh, okay. So you can tell Aaliyah was probably a little too egotistical. I won't say egotistical. We'll say confident. Overly confident. Too much ego here. Came in with the biggest losing month that I probably have had to date then. Now, I've had $16,000 losses nowadays in one trade. But this is back then. Back then, that was a heavy losing month. Heavy losing month. That part really brought me back to reality yet again. So I'm telling you guys, this is so much ebb and flow. We got to get used to this ebb and flow, these highs and these lows. So September, $16,000 loss. And then someone says larger contracts. Yes, exactly. So you can see I maybe was getting a little too confident with position sizing, was maybe going a little too heavy in position sizes here. So we've got the beginning balance of $76,000, and then we brought it back down to $59,000. So keep this in mind. Put yourself in these same shoes. Okay, what would I have done? If I would have made back-to-back $20,000 months, I could see how I probably could see how maybe I went a little too heavy in some positions here where I maybe took losses that were way too big, that I should not have taken. Moving on to the next month here. We've got October, $29,000 profit, almost a $30,000 profit. I'm telling you guys, it's the coolest thing ever. There is ebb and flow. You see, the one thing that I can already see in common, when I have some of my biggest losing months, I come back even bigger, better, make up for the entire loss plus more in the next month. So we've got beginning balance of $59,000 and then ending balance is $89,000. I cannot see it. I don't know if you guys can see better than I can. I really do need some glasses, I reckon. I think it says $89,000. I'm waiting for someone to correct me here. Okay, thank you, Albert. Yes, okay, cool. So we got $89,000. We have got a $29,000 profit month. $29,000 in October of 2023. Let's keep it going. Here we go. Now we're moving into November. Now it just seems like I can just do $20,000 months like it's nothing. Give it away like it's candy. It's crazy. It's crazy to see what one $20,000 month unlocks, like to show you what's capable, what's possible. Boom, $20,000 month in November. So we are at beginning balance of $89,000, ending balance $112,000. Now we're going to move into December. December, did I place any trades? I don't think there were any trades, 0. So I was able to take off. So we did it. We hit the $100,000 mark in November with 1 month to spare. Didn't even have to trade an entire month. So this is what I want you guys to see is possible. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Now, to really bring it back into perspective, I want to go back to January to show you guys what was my account balance? Where did I start? And then how did I finish the year? I finished the year with $112,000. So we're going to go back up to January just so that you guys can really put yourself in those shoes. You're looking on this girl's Instagram page. She's got a great body. You're thinking, yes, that's my beach body. That's what I want. But where did she start? Where did she start? Can I actually get to where she is? So we're going back to Tori's where did she start? Now I started many years before this, but this was my just completely mind shifting, remove the ceilings year. So we got March, we got February, here we go, January. January was it. We had a beginning balance of $19,000, brought it all the way down to 12. We did a $12,000 low, all the way to $112,000 profit. So, to show you guys what's actually possible, what an insane year. What an insane year. 12,000 all the way down to $112,000. Insane. Oh, also for some of you guys that are doing math here and you're like, wait, that math ain't math and you're missing some money. I did also trade Forex on an offshore brokerage. It was like maybe $5,000 that I made. And I think I did that the following year too. We'll get into that in a little bit. Pennies. This is the meat of it. This is the insane potential. This is what I want you guys to see is possible for you. My first $100,000 year. Now we're going to keep going. I'm going to stop sharing. We're going to go back to the slides really quick. Dude, I'm telling you guys, that ain't even the start. If that blew your mind, we got more. We got more. Okay, give me just a moment. Okay, you know what? Since we got time, do we got time tonight? Do you guys got time tonight? I'm just asking. I'm curious. Okay, everyone said yes. Well, that was a trick question because I'm actually going to get up really quick, get some water. So you guys just stick around. I'm getting water. I didn't think to bring any. And I'm going to turn my camera back on over here. So give me 2 minutes. You guys get some water, take a quick break. We're going to come back. If I blew your mind just then, there is so much more. There's so much more. So give me guys just a moment. I will be right back with you. In your belly to be like, oh, I totally can do this. So this is why I'm having this webinar tonight, especially in January, especially to set you guys off on the right foot so that you guys can, when you're doing your goal planning, when you're doing your goal setting, when you're trying to figure out what you want to do differently this year, this is what I want tonight to be like so that you guys can see, oh my God, I can totally do this. This is the transformation and I look just like she did when she started, or I was trading just like she was whenever she started. This is what I want you guys to see. Okay, back to the slides. Here we go. Okay, so we went over 2023. Let's go over 2024. 2024, very different. Now give me a moment because I also lost the chat again. Chat, where you at? Zoom chat, there it is. Okay, cool. Thank you, John. All right, I found you. So 2024, 200%. I made 200% in 2024. What was different about 2024? In 2024, I had a completely different level of execution. When I tell you guys, I felt like I took the, what color pill is it? Is it the red or the blue? Which one makes you feel like there is no, reality and that you can do anything you want? Thank you, Brett. I took the red pill in 2024. I took the red pill. Things just like, it was like limitless. And I could see it all. I felt like truly what's so hilarious and ironic and contradictive is I normally will say that like there's never a moment where things just click in trading because it doesn't happen like overnight. But now I'm going back and looking at years prior. This feels like it clicked, and I'll show you guys exactly why. So 2024, what was different was the level of execution. I started with my 100,000, or technically 112,000. So I had a starting balance of 100K. I'm pretty sure I kept all of it in there for 2023. So we'll say like 112,000 was the start in 2024. By the end of the year, we did $300,000. Like when I tell you guys, I broke out of the matrix 1,000%. This is like I'm just realizing like, oh my gosh, this is real. This is real. 300K. Imagine a $300,000 balance in your trading account at the end of 2024. That is $200,000 in profit. 200% gain. I doubled the account. So I took my 100K to 200K. And then I made another K on top of that. How insane. How insane. Now, why this matters for you guys. Think of it in percentages. So if you guys want to put yourself in those same shoes. Now, you guys might not be starting the year out. You guys might not be starting 2026 out with $100,000. That's fine. That's okay. Maybe you're similar to where I was in 2023. Still insane progress. So let's look at it like percentages instead of dollars. So if you guys wanted to do percentages on the 2023 year, which you guys might, I don't know if we got some people, listen, another exciting thing to know about trading, you ain't got to be that great at math. And I'm telling you guys right now, I'm not. And I say that also with my chest. It is what it is. I know what a profit and a loss is, and very easily can I flip those things around. But to put in perspective the percentage. So if I brought my account balance from, 19K, 20K, all the way down to 12K, how much percentage gain did I make if I started with $12,000 and then ended my year with $112,000. If some of you guys want to do the math while I keep going, but that's what I want you guys to put into perspective. Imagine if you did, okay, someone already did. William, thank you. So if you guys did the math on that, if you just made that percentage, which is insane, by the way, which is insane. That's just an absolutely unfathomable percentage. Some of you guys are saying 500, some of you guys saying 1,000. At this point, I'm not sure who to believe. But regardless, imagine 1,000% gain. Imagine a 500% gain. Imagine your account that you have now, currently, 2026. Imagine what's possible. Okay, so everyone's saying 500%. All right, I'm gonna believe y'all. 500%. Imagine starting your account balance with whatever you have now and making a 500% gain. And that's not even, that was a year where I was experimenting. So imagine if you were trying something new this year. If you're trying a new strategy, and I know I said this 100 times, but most people, when they start the year, they want to try something new. This year, in 2024, I did not do anything new. So now we're going to shift to the mindset of so we knew where Tori was. We knew where her account balance was, where her headspace was in 2023, in January. Now let's see where her headspace was in January in 2024. Where was her headspace? Where was her account balance? What was she thinking? So we already know the account balance. We started with 112,000. Now the mindset was I took the red pill. The mindset was okay, I saw what I was capable of last year. Let's get so honed in, so not talented, but hyper fixated, just double down on what worked. Double down on everything you learned last year. So, we already talked about this, sorry. Percentages, yes. We already did some math too. Look at me, going ahead. So I had the same, but what I wanted to do was do the same discipline. Same skill, different starting point, obviously. Very different starting point. Very different beginning balance. Now this part is what's insane. So in my 2024, which I'm going to go over in just a moment, but I want to see if you guys can guess this before we get into that year. So in 2024, this is what most people missed about it. Sure, the fact that I made 200%, or the fact that I turned my 100,000 or 112,000 into 300,000. Yes, that part's cool, but there's actually something that everybody missed about it. Oh, dude, you guessed it, Marilyn. I didn't even ask the question yet. Okay, yes. So the part that most people missed, before I go over the statements and show you guys, is the fact that it was less than 20 trades. Does that not absolutely blow your mind? Does that not show you what truly honing in and fixating and just doubling down on what works looks like? That's exactly what that is. I'm talking sniper focused, technique. Thank you. Yes, Xavier. That's what I was looking for. Oh, I don't know if Xavier said that, but that is what it looks like. How insane. Imagine 20 trades. And I believe there was less than that. I should remember this. I don't know. I think it was between 14, 16-ish, but I think it's 20 trades. We went through quality. We were sniper focused. This is the craziest part about that year. So the 200K year did not come from me trading more at all. Now most people think work harder, do more, make more. In swing trading specifically, technically just trading in general, it is not trade more, make more. It never equates to that. So if we can understand that it's actually wait more, pass up on more trades, take better trades instead of more trades. All about being more efficient. Thank you, Robert. That's exactly what I was looking for. More efficient. It is all about being more efficient. So it came from trading less, not trading more. It came for being more patient. It came from understanding, what does my perfect setup look like? What does my A+ setup look like? I became more specific with my setups. Fewer trades, higher quality, less than 20 trades. That was the answer. That was supposed to be the big hoorah, but Marilyn guessed it first. Okay, now I want to walk you guys through the 2024. We'll go through 2024 a little bit quicker, obviously, because there's not very many trades. All right, give me just a moment. I'm going to switch sharing screens again. I'm telling you guys, this still isn't the crazy part. This still isn't the crazy part. Give me just a moment. I paid myself 50 grand. I was just yep, thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and take all 3 of those trades. There is nothing more exciting than paying yourself. So sure, we saw the ups and downs of making money, but it's taking it out is different. Taking it out and paying yourself, that's someone's entire year that I made in 3 trades by mastering my craft in 2024. In the bank. withdraw. What did they call it? They called it an ACH withdraw to the bank account. This is insane. This is what I want you guys to understand. 3 trades. Now, yeah, sure. 3 trades maybe seem boring. You know, if you're only taking 3 trades in 3 months, you're like, wow, that must be very boring. What's not boring is the $50,000 payout, the $50,000 profit that you get to send yourself, put in your pocket. Insane. So let's keep going. That was the first 3 months of the year. Moving from March 2023, let's keep going. Now we've got April, $54,000. Can you guys see the jump here? Is this not like absolutely blowing your mind? Like this is so incredible. Like I cannot, maybe this will sound egotistical to you guys, but me looking back at myself in 2023 and 2024, I'm just so proud. I want you guys to be just as proud, like of yourself. And I can't express this enough. This is the coolest thing in the world. This is the coolest thing. 3 trades, $50,000 in the bank, took it out of my trading account, put it in my pocket. We've got the next month, April, 54 grand. Like I broke out of the matrix. Like I'm feeling at this point like money is not real. I'm thinking this is a video game. This is insane that I can place 1 trade a month. Now this one I did have 2 trades. I had my $30,000 trade here and then I had a $24,000 trade. But is this not just like, you guys can absolutely do this? We're going to keep going. And I'm telling you guys, this still isn't the crazy part. There's still more. Okay, so we've got April 2024. Let's keep going. Okay, May, break even. Now, I think May was break even because I didn't place any trades. We've got, oh, I did. Okay, I'll take that back. These were a few, I was doing a video. And I did a few day trades for a YouTube video and threw off all my stats. I don't know if I included these in like the 20 trades. There's 3 here. I made like 100 or lost 100. So we're going to consider May 0 trades, at least for swing trading. I didn't take any swing trades. So I took all of May off of my swing trading mindset. We didn't even need to trade. We took our biggest payout. We had one of our biggest months. So like, sure, taking May off. How amazing. Amazing to think, you know what? I'm going to do nothing in my trading account for an entire month, just like I did the year before in December. And you don't have to trade every single month. All right, let's get into June. Guess what? Is she going to retire? Is she actually done trading now? 2 months in a row, no trades. 2 months in a row. Imagine just 2 months. You're like, you know what? I'm going to just go find something else fun to do. Like I'm just going to go, find a new hobby. 2 months off trading. Let's keep going. She's back. $40,000 profit. $40,000 profit in July. Back with a bang. Made up for the 2 months that I didn't even trade. How insane is this? Now, John, I've got a mind-blowing thing that I'm going to give to you. That you're going to be it's going to absolutely just blow your mind. $40,000 profit in July. We've got the beginning balance of $164,000. Now I know maybe some of these balances aren't like computing to you. You're like, dude, I'm not at that point. I'm not trading with $160,000. I understand that, but I'm going to, give you a little, I wish I need to work on my vocabulary because it's there. Like my brain wants to say these cool words, but it doesn't have it. I'm going to do you one better. That's what I was trying to get at. You guys saw my 2023 and I know you can put yourself in those shoes. I know you can. So if you're detaching yourself from these numbers, I need you to go back to the year before and reattach yourself to it and now bring yourself back up to speed. This is possible. This $40,000 month is still something you can do. So we're going to keep going. So we're at a beginning balance of 164, ending balance of 204. Oh, we took our first red month. Look at that. And our birthday month too. Go figure. Weird. Interesting. We lost $4 grand in August. 4,000. I'll take it. Sure. Take 4,000 bucks. That's fine. We're all right. We're going to be fine. All right. We're going to move a little faster here. September. $53,000. $53,000. This is wild. This is insane. Now we've got much bigger positions. Now, if you guys are going back in 2023, January, or even back, in January in 2017, September in 2023. Position sizing, different. Position sizing, bigger. So keep that in mind as well. But we got $53,000 profit. Now we had more trades. We had 1, 2, 3, I think almost 4 trades. So we did a lot of trading in September. A lot of trading in September. Now let's move to October. All right, 11,000. Now isn't this crazy? You guys have been walking through each one of these months with me, and we got excited about like $11,000 profit in 2023. We were like, whoa, way to go. You did it, Tori. And now we're looking at an $11,000 profit in 2024. And we're like, oh, okay, nice, I guess. I guess that's kind of cool. Isn't that insane? How quickly the perspective changes. We haven't even been on a Zoom call for more than an hour. And we were thinking, yay, 11,000. And now we're thinking, oh, okay, 11,000 nice. It is what it is. You made 50,000, before, and another 50,000 before. November, no trades. None. Guess what? December, no trades. Done. This is crazy. So we're going to go back. Give me just a moment. I'm going to stop sharing. That was it. I didn't have to trade. Did anyone keep track of how many months I didn't trade? How insane. So this is the part that most people miss when I'm talking about my 2024 results, is that how minimal I was trading. Minimal. We're talking sniper focused. I took everything that I learned in 2023. I'm talking everything that I had, and just hyper fixated, hyper focused, double down, and made my $200,000 in 2024. Insane. Now give me just a moment. We're going to go back to Sharon. Swing trading privileges, absolutely. Loved that. Okay, let's get back into the slides. Now I don't know how far I've gone, so give me just a moment. I might have to catch us up. Very different trades now. Okay, the trades that I'm doing nowadays. So if you guys are keeping track of the trades I'm doing now, I am making about 40 to 50, sometimes 30. I did have a $90,000 trade. We're not even going to talk about that one because that wasn't one that I'm very proud of because the amount of drawdown we had to be in to get it. But we're making around like $40 to $50,000 trades nowadays. This is trades. So we saw 2024, that was like, I was making that in months. Nowadays, I'm doing that per trade, which is insane. It's just, I could not be more grateful. To be honest, this webinar tonight is like just bringing an immense sense of like gratitude. I am so freaking thankful. What an insane journey. And I want you guys to be putting yourself in this same chair. Put yourself in the same chair and say that, okay, this many years from now, I'm going to be thinking the same thing she is. Because I saw where she started. I saw the transformation. And so the 40 to 50K might be a little bit farther than what you're thinking. Relatability might be gone. But this is why I focused so much on my first $100,000 a year. Everything was so important. That was the snowball effect. If you guys don't know what the snowball effect is, by the way, give me just a moment. I got to find the chat again because I lost it. I just keep losing the chat every time I share the screen. Okay, do most of you guys know what the snowball effect is? Okay. Yes, somebody know. Most yes. So think of you're rolling down a snowball, a little snowball. You make a snowball, and then you're going to roll it down a hill. It's rolling down and it's collecting more snow, but the heavier that it gets, the more snow that it collects. And it gets bigger, faster, the heavier that it goes and the farther down the hill it goes. So think of your trading or your journey very similar. Like when it's rolling down at first, it's very light and it's not collecting much snow. But the heavier that it gets faster and collects more snow. So it gets faster. It's like a compounding effect. So this is exactly what started my snowball effect, was in 2023. That's when things felt like they were getting so much bigger, so much faster. Like such bigger trades, such bigger months, such bigger success, but it was all happening so fast. That was the beginning of the snowball effect. This is where the discipline was earned. Now, something that I didn't tell you guys in the beginning. How much do you think, now this part, I think these slides are specific to 2023, but I think it can be time to go ahead and like drop the ball, like the crazy one, the one that you guys are not going to explain or you're not going to understand. So this may be where I have to kind of like let the slides go for a moment, because I don't know, and I don't want to give it away if it's in the next slide. But this is the craziest part. This is what's going to bring everything down to reality. You're going to be like, dude, no freaking way. No way. What I didn't tell you guys, now this might throw like the whole, all of my notes off. I don't know if I'm saying the information now at the right time. When I put all of these notes together and I had all these slides, I don't know if I put this part in order. But this is it's feeling right now. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And this part is crazy. So what I didn't tell you guys, or what I didn't show you, or what I didn't go over, is you guys saw my beginning balance in 2023. You guys saw that I had like $19K in the account, and then I brought it down to like 12, and then still ended the year with $112,000. Crazy. Oh my God. And then you saw the next year, $100,000 to $300,000. Insane. 200K profits. What I didn't tell you is you guys didn't see my starting balance before the year that I had in 2023, just a few months before. I didn't show you that. Now I am. Give me just a moment. I'm going to do another screen share, show you guys some more screenshots, or not screenshots. I'm going to show you guys the broker statements. But what do you guys think that beginning balance was? What do you think that starting balance was? So put yourself in like beginner mode. Put yourself in like, okay, this is the beginning of like everything that's going to change. And this is what I started with. Or this is the beginning of the snowball effect. This is where everything's going to change. What do you think that number is? All right, we got a lot of guesses. I'm going to be honest, a lot are correct. A lot of these are correct. But me showing you guys is going to really solidify this. We're going back to the broker statements. We're going to scroll all the way up. We're going all the way up. It was $5,000. $5,000. And you want to know the craziest part? We didn't even go over 2025 yet. We were able to turn 5,000, which I know you guys can put yourself in a $5,000 shoe. Not literally the shoe, but you can put yourself in $5,000 shoes. I know you can. If you got to go hustle, you got to do what I did, do a marketing job, go take some photos for some people, edit some videos, whatever you got to do. I know you can muster up $5,000. But what I want you guys to also put your shoes in is the $500,000. That is so freaking possible. Now I'll walk you guys through a few of these months really quick, and then we'll catch us up into 2025. But this is insane. I know you guys can put yourself in those shoes. You can do it. So like if that wasn't already insane enough to show you guys the progress that I could do in 2023, what I did in 2024, to know that we had a beginning balance of $5,000 and we were able to turn that into $500,000. I want you guys to be very, very confident in saying that I can do that too. So this is you guys getting that fire in your belly to be like, dude, I know I can do that. I know I can start with 5K. Now, if I can just do what she did, if I can be consistent, I can persevere, if I can get that absolutely delusional, hard-headed, stubborn tunnel vision to where I'm just not going to quit, as hard-headed as possible, I'm just going to full force, there is no plan B. I know you guys can do this. So this is what I felt like most of you guys needed for the beginning of 2026, was to just be like, okay, I see what every other trader is doing. I see what they're all doing. I see the trades that they're placing, but like maybe you've lost the relatability. Like maybe you guys can't connect the dots yet. And give me just a moment. I've lost the chat, so I need to come back to it. Okay, we've caught up. So this is where I want you guys to see, like most people, they detach themselves from it. They're like, it's too far away. Like I can't see myself actually placing trades like that. And there's even some traders where I also have that detachment. I'm like, dude, I don't see myself placing $1 million trades yet. And I'll show you guys some. We'll go through 2025 as quickly as possible. We only need to go through like maybe 3 or 4 months of 2025 because that's when I hit the $500,000. It was the coolest thing ever. But this is where I want you guys to just understand that you can absolutely do this. This is that fitness influencer that you're scrolling through seeing, this is the body that I want. It's right there. It's that body. But like what I want to know is, where did they start? Can I see myself starting where they started and getting the results that they got? And this is what I want you guys to get out of this. Yes, you can. I know you guys can see yourself starting where I started. So absolutely mind-blowing. So proud of myself. I want you guys, if you guys have a moment, to open your calendar. Open your calendar. I don't know if it's Google Calendar. If you guys use Apple Calendar, I need you guys to make a calendar event while we're doing it right now. Go to today, January 14th, but I want you guys to go to January 14th of 2027 and add a calendar event. And I want you guys to write, how far did I come? Or how far have I gotten? Or whatever you want to put. What progress did I make? And I wanted to alert you guys a year from now to see, okay, I have made insane progress. I have come so far from Wednesday, January 14th, 2026 to an entire year later. Wednesday, I don't know if it'll be on a Wednesday, but January 14th, 2027. So put it in your calendar, remind yourself to look back a year from now and be like, whoa, what did I do? Like, I need you guys to see that you can do the same kind of progress. It's insane. All right, we'll go through 2025 as quickly as possible, and then we can get to the meat, which I think, to be honest, we're actually not too bad on time. I thought this was going to take a lot longer. So I want to kind of introduce some concepts to you guys of the 1-1-1-1 rule, and what you guys can do in not just only January, but what you guys can do this year to help you get those same kind of results, or to help you come close to making that same kind of progress. What can you do? What are some things that I've learned that helped me get to that? So we're going to go through 2025 just as quick as we can. Give me just a moment. We're at this is January 2020. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's 2024. All right, January 2024, June, August, December. Okay, here we go. Here we go. January 2025. Crazy. Okay, and now we've got the we've got the like countdown counter here leading up to the 500K. So in January 2025, we had a profit of $77,000. So if this doesn't show you an exact example of the snowball effect, you guys saw my profit in January 2023. You saw my profits in January 2024. Now you're seeing my profits in January 2025. 3 years later, $77,000 in profit. This was with 2 trades. And this was a record trade at the time, and then this was an additional $49,000 and then $27,000. So now this is bringing we're counting down or counting up to that $500,000. So right now we've hit 324,000. Is that correct? Oh no, I'm sorry. 392,000. Now this is where I had to write this separately because it didn't include, remember you guys, I paid myself 50 grand in my pocket out of the account. So we're still counting that as profits, but it's not going to show in here. So we're at 392,000 already total. Moving into February. February, we've got a total of 8,000. Okay, cool. And I also, if you guys can see here, I transferred $5,000. I know this doesn't mean much, but this is just for those that are like really nitpicky and they're putting all the pieces together. I transferred $5K to a new small trading account. This is something separate that I'm working on. You guys will see this one soon too, but, and still working on it, still work in progress. But this is $5,000 transferred to a new trading account, a new TradeStation account. So right now we are looking at a $8,000 profit for February, taking us to $405,000. All right, we're going to keep going. February, March, we made $32,000. Now this part we're going to pick up on. We're going to move at a faster pace here because these trades are they're a little bit less relatable. But if you did what I asked you and put yourself into my shoes back in 2023, you're going to see the progression. It doesn't seem that unrealistic now. Now having a $32,000 or $70,000 month doesn't seem that unrealistic because you saw the whole journey. You saw what the transformation looked like. So we've got a $32,000 profit. This has taken us up to $437K. All right. Are we getting closer? We're getting closer. In April, we had $22,000 profit. We're getting $460. So we're at that $460,000 total. We're getting so close to $500,000. We're almost there. We're in April. Here we go. Let's keep going. In May. Okay. We took a step back. We lost 25,000. We're getting close though. But we took a step back. So now we're at $435,000 total, getting us closer to that $500,000. Let's keep going. June, $91,000. We hit it. Tori, congratulations. In June 2025, you hit your $500,000. Is that not just the craziest thing? You did it, Tori! So cool. And the craziest thing is I remember this month I was in London at an event and this $52,000 trade I placed was in, I think, a day sitting in the middle of a conference that I was attending. This was a trade that I had placed just before I got on the plane to London. And then this was a small trade right after. We had our first $90,000 month. Boom. We did it. 500K hit. Is that not crazy to you guys? 5K to $500,000. The entire process, the entire journey. Insane. Now, what are some things that I learned about this? What did I learn along the way? What is going to help you guys moving into this year, starting in January? What can I do better? So this is this 1-1-1 rule. This is what I want you guys to understand. Over this entire time, over the whole journey that you guys saw, what do you think there is one thing that stayed the same? What's one thing that you think stayed the same during that whole journey? Not your sanity. Amen, Sarah. Yes, the strategy. The strategy was the same. Even in January, in that 2023, in that month that everything felt wrong, everything felt like it went wrong, imagine that I still stuck with it. I didn't change another time frame. I didn't go back to the 1 hour. I didn't try a new strategy thinking that there's something wrong with mine. I stuck with it. One strategy, one singular strategy, and also one time frame. Now, I'm not sure if any of you guys noticed, but as we went through the years and the months, you'll notice that things started to narrow down. The instruments. I was trading, at one point you guys saw that I was trading NQ, I was trading gold, crude, platinum didn't come in until a little bit later. I was trading many instruments. But then as you guys saw the progression through, the years and the months, you'll saw that I only traded 2 to 1 instrument. Once we got to the very end of the 500K, we were only looking at 1 instrument. So this is one strategy, one time frame, one instrument, one crazy, I was going to use a few curse words here, crazy ass man, but that's all it took, was this 1-1-1 rule. So I need you guys to understand that if you can have the tunnel vision, you can absolutely do it. The ticker was platinum. We ended up moving to just platinum. We were trading crude and platinum, so it was 2 for 1 year, 2 instruments, and then narrowed it all the way down to 1. So if that doesn't blow your mind right there, the 1-1-1 rule. So if you guys tonight, this is what I want you guys to commit to tonight. I need you guys to commit to one time frame. What time frame is it going to be? Because there's no going back. We are going to make this work. Oh, now you guys are saying the 4 hour? Okay. Okay, we got a 1 hour, we got a 15 minute, we got a 30 minute, 15 minute. All right, dude, it's locked in, guys. It's locked in. If you can put yourself in the same shoes that I was in 2023 and lock in, commit. There's no going back. You're married to the time frame. There is no divorce. Like, you're locked in. It's solidified. If you guys can be that hard-headed and that stubborn with your time frame and you see it through to the end, I'm telling you guys, it's not as unrealistic going through the same journey that I did. Okay, so you guys have committed to one time frame. Now, what is one instrument that you're going to commit to? Now, sure, we can have, 2 to 3. I ended up ending at 2. But like, what's your one that you're just going to specialize in? That you were like, this is my instrument. All right, we got gold. We got Bitcoin. We got silver. We got gold chain. Okay, I see you. All right, we got USD JPY, Tesla, oil, SPY, copper, crude. All right, dude, you guys are solidifying it tonight. You typing it in tonight, it's locked in. That's it. That's the instrument that I'm going to specialize in. That we are going to be besties. We're married. I'm going to know everything about this instrument, all of its quirks, its movement. I am doubling down. Let's go. Let's go. Now, the next thing is, what strategy are you going to commit to? What strategy are you like, this is the one I'm going to see through to the end? That's my dog. Let's go. Trend lines. Now, it doesn't have to be, but I mean, if you guys wanted to kind of do a similar journey that I did, it was trend lines. Trend line trading was my bread and butter. I never strayed. I didn't go off the path. I didn't think, I need to try a different strategy. Maybe I need to use Fibonacci or some retracements or the RSI or ICT or pyramids or Elliott waves. No, I stuck with the same thing, the same strategy. Eat, sleep, and breathe trend lines. Thank you, Tim. That is it. Yes. You guys have committed. So you've committed to your 1-1-1, your time frame, your instrument, and your strategy. Now we need to do it 1 hour a day. We need to spend an hour a day locking this in. If it's the charts, now it doesn't have to be trading every day, but you have got to spend an hour a day mastering your craft. Now you guys saw the months that I wasn't trading. I can guarantee you I was looking at the charts still. I was still living and breathing trading. Even though I didn't trade for May, there was 2 months in a row where I didn't trade. I was still living and breathing trading. I didn't place any trades, but it was still, I'm telling you, running through my veins. So this is what I need you guys to do. This is the 1-1-1-1 rule, the 11-11. One instrument, one strategy, one time frame, 1 hour a day. I know you guys can do it. 1% better. It's just the ones can keep coming. I am the one like Keanu Reeves. Like the ones can keep on coming. And that is where I found most of my success had in common, was just doing one thing over and over again. Mastering the one strategy, the one time frame, the one instrument. This is really what does it. So this is what I need you guys to do. This is the shift that I want you guys to make in January. Now you guys saw my journey. You guys saw the 5K to $500,000, which is, I have never spent time walking anyone through the actual 5K to 500K before. This is the first time ever. So you guys are the first ones to see what that journey actually looked like. I'm talking the beginning, the 5K, all the way, the years to $500,000. You guys saw that here tonight. But I'm not the only one. I don't have the only journey. I want to show you guys other people that have had the same result, not the same results, but that have had mega results. Now this is in a much smaller time frame. Keep that in mind too. I mean, you guys saw years. I did years of this. I want you guys to see what's possible in a shorter amount of time. And side note, I don't know if you guys, while I'm sharing my screen just a moment, I don't know if you guys have kept up or have followed along enough to where you saw my sister trade as well. Now, I know it seems so easy to be like, but it's in the family. Like it can be manipulated or faked. I'll show you guys what's not faked or manipulated or even has the ability to be, because they're not in family. They're completely halfway across the world and I've never met them in my life before. But my sister just called me 2 days ago, placed an 800K trade. She has got a 5K account. If that doesn't bring the relatability back down to where you're like, I can do this. I can totally do this. Called me, made $800. She's like, Tori, this doesn't feel real. She's like, it was in a few minutes. She's trading gold. Gold obviously is ripping right now. It just blew her mind. Now she had her first profitable year last year. This was just a trade that she'd placed just a few days ago. But this is, she's trading the 5-minute time frame. She's trading gold, 5-minute time frame, 5K. I know those are all the questions that everyone wants to know. She made $800. No, not 8K. She made 800. Oh, if I said 8,000, my bad, dude. No, she did not make 8,000. Did I say 800,000? At this point, listen, my brain's going. Give me a moment. We're going to sip on some water here. But I also need to get my slides back up. But no, she made $800 and had a 5K account. Now, to some of you guys, like maybe that 800, oh, someone said I did say 800,000. Yeah, no, she didn't make 800 grand. That's what, if she did, that's what this whole webinar would have been about. No. She made 800, period, dollars. All right, give me just a moment, guys. Give me a second. I want to show you guys outside of me, outside of my sister, even outside of my coaches. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Tori Trades team members, but I'm curious how many of you guys know Blake. Do you guys know Blake Trades? I don't know if we got Blake in the chat tonight because it's very late for him. Blake's trading year blew my year out of the water, like percentage-wise and learning curve-wise, like the amount of time that it took him to get to where he is now. He blew me out of the water. Like I looked like a novice. If I was at his same starting point, he made so much more progress so much faster than I did. And why do you think that was? Why do you think that Blake was able to get farther faster than I was? Let me see if I can see in the chat here. Nope, that's not. Aw, I mean, technically, kind of because of me. I don't mean to say that with a big head. Let me explain. Yes, because of me. But it's because I showed Blake the mistakes that I made so that he didn't make those same mistakes that took him longer to get to where he is, the same psychological mistakes, the same strategy mistakes, trading too many instruments. And the craziest thing is Blake's journey starts with me. Blake's trading journey started with me. Like, he didn't trade before. How insane is that? So if you guys can understand that, like, this is what happens. Like, let someone make mistakes so that they can show you what the mistakes were so that you don't make them. And what does that do? Yes, it still shows you the transformation and you know what it takes to get to that transformation. But the biggest thing is the amount of time that it takes you to get there. So by me telling you my mistakes, it shortcuts your learning curve. So now you can make progress faster. And that's exactly what mentorship is. That is exactly what having someone show you the way is. So that's exactly why you're scrolling on TikTok or you're scrolling on Instagram and you're looking for this, beach bod that you've always wanted. I mean, how do you get there? Do you have any experience in fitness? I don't. I could show up to a gym and I could probably use the machines, but I don't want to have to go in blind and not know how to do it. If I can find somebody that's got the body that I want, but not only that, this is the kicker here. It's not just the body that you want, or it's not just the trading account that you want, or the success that you want, but you want to see where did they start? Where did they start so that you can have such confidence in knowing that, okay, I can definitely do that. Because there's always going to be this thing in the back of your head where you're like, is it just genetics? Do they just look that way? Did they get work done? Just like in trading, is the trading account real? Is this someone that's already had a lot of money? So placing trades with big money is easy for them? No, this is where you want to see, okay, you've got the results that you want, but is the transformation possible? That's what you need. That's the peace of mind. And that's what keeps that tunnel vision. That's what keeps you locked in. So now I want to show you guys not just my results, not just the progress that I've made, or even my sister, or even Blake. I want to show you guys people that are so much more relatable. So we're going to start with Dave. Now this was on January 6th. Dave, if you're in here tonight, hi Dave. I'm using you as an example. Hey. So Dave struggled for the first 2 months, which we get. Also you guys can see over here to the right, this is his trading progress and his trading stats. But he started with just being inconsistent and frustrated. Can we relate? Inconsistent and frustrated. Let's relate back to my 2023 in January. Incredibly inconsistent and about as frustrated or infuriated as we can get. And he probably questioned, is this for him? Just like I did. And maybe like a lot of you guys are doing. In January, I questioned, is this time frame for me? Should I give up on the 4 hour? I really don't know if I should keep going. But he didn't quit. And neither did I, and neither are you. You're going to have this stubborn, hard-headed vision where you're going to keep going. You're going to keep at it. He stayed disciplined. He trusted the system. This is the biggest thing, where you guys have got to trust the strategy. And I don't know how else to show you as much as I can because you can't touch me in person. You can't reach out and be here or look over my shoulder. You don't have the trust, or it's much harder to trust somebody on the internet when you're not right there next to them. And I think that's the advantage that I had when I learned from my uncle. I didn't not believe him. I could look over his shoulder, see his bank account. I could see his trades. I saw his lifestyle. I knew everything added up. There was zero doubt that the strategy couldn't get me there. So this is where I don't know how else to show you guys, or as much information as I can give you, is walking you through from the literal mud to where I am now. And then showing you guys real live people that you can relate to. My sister, Blake, that had no prior experience, and people like Dave. So I need you guys to understand that it's easy for me to say, do this, commit to a time frame, commit to a strategy, commit to a instrument, commit to doing it 1 hour a day. That's easy to say, but when you start to experience a red month like I had in 2023, where you took a massive loss and you're doubting everything, you have got to have this deep trust in knowing that it will work. I'm just going through some hard times right now. And that's what I'm wanting to show you guys here tonight, is if you experience some red months, some really low points, you got to have something that you trust to keep going and allow it to be the strategy. And if you think of trading in general, trend lines are the foundation of trading. When someone thinks trading, they think the trend. What's trending? What's trending up? Or at least for the most part. So you've got to trust the system and the strategy so that when you are in the deepest, darkest, lowest places, you'll understand that, okay, I can get through this. I can get past this. The strategy can work. I have to persevere. And I know this was an extreme. Dave's probably wasn't as crazy. He struggled for 2 months. Yes. But Some of you guys struggled for maybe not 2 months, but 2 years. Maybe some of you guys struggled for, now maybe it was 2 months. Maybe it was 4 months. Maybe some of you guys are struggling for 5 years. But this is where I need you to bring that relatability and be like, okay, there's struggle. Yes, there's ups, there's downs. I showed you all of it. But like, what is going to keep me pushing through and persevering? And it's that like delusional trust in the strategy, in the system, and in yourself. So Dave trusted the system. He focused on execution over outcomes, which you guys saw that I did in 2024, hyper fixated on execution. Now Manny's problem was different here. Manny was over trading and chasing trades. Also, Manny, if you're in here, hey Manny. I'm using you as an example here. So FOMO and no journaling. Now, journaling, if I didn't have these broker statements to show you guys everything, to show you guys the lowest point all the way to the $500,000, you wouldn't be able to see, like, how do you put together, like, the progress, the journey? Now, the coolest thing is, now this is available now, which wasn't before, but this is TradeZella. So this is where you can sync your brokerage and it can calculate all your trades. It can put all your months together. It can show you what your entire year looked like. So it could put like this whole journey that I showed you guys in one little cumulative profit and loss little graph. And you can see it in a picture, in a graph. Very cool. And he started to journal all of his trades. So now he could see, all right, these are how many trades I'm placing. These are what they have in common. Used checklists, entry criteria, exit criteria. He slowed down. You guys saw me, I'm talking molasses slow down in 2024. The volume of trades I took in January 2023 versus the volume of trades I took in January 2024, mega slow down. But he improved his win to loss ratio. He had a $3,400 profit in December. And this is where I want to bring the relatability back. Remember when we were going through my 2023 and we're like, yay, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Dude, he made $3,480. Let's go. Like, same excitement. He controlled his execution and he did not trade with FOMO. And then Arslan, man, Arslan does, first of all, can we do a standing ovation? Oh my gosh. Arslan, if you're in here tonight, I don't know if you are because you're in a very different time zone, but incredibly proud of you, dude. So proud of you. Now, this is going to show him in stage 2, but he's in stage 3 now. Arslan needed consistency and confirmation that his execution actually was improving. Like, you need to be able to see results to know that, okay, it's working. Like, you need that confirmation. So he followed his guidance in stage 2. If you don't know what stage 2 is, I'll get into it in just a moment. But he followed his guidance in stage 2. You guys can see Mishan in here. I know you guys know Mishan. He got more selective. So he kind of did, imagine he did what I did in 2024, but here this is in 1 day. This is 1 day's worth of trading right here. He executed his plan without hesitation. But this is the kicker right here. 3 trades, 3 winners, 100% win rate, and this is all in 1 day. He made $4,000 in a day. And this was back when he was in stage 2. He's in stage 3 now. So this is incredible. Arslan, I'm so proud of you, dude. Dude, he gets shout outs like every single Tuesday. Every Tuesday. He's probably sick of hearing it. And then this is P. P, I know, actually, to be honest, it might be way too late for you. I saw you in the chat earlier, though. But this is P. P's journey. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, I need to do a whole webinar talking about P's journey. It is absolutely mind-blowing. Oh, P, I'm so freaking proud of you. I'm coming to Bali. I'm coming to Bali to celebrate you. I will let you know when. P has had amazing results. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg, but P was dealing with a lot of, like, psychology, a lot of emotional swings, but heavy on the psychology end. Uncertainty, second-guessing her decisions and time frames. And 6 months ago, so this is what she said, 6 months ago, I made a quiet decision to truly commit to this trading journey. Even though I didn't feel fully ready or confident yet, which is exactly the mindset that I was in that January. She slowed down, she trusted the process, stayed patient and disciplined, and she's a prop trader. So I don't know if we've got any prop traders here in the chat tonight. Do we have any prop traders? Let me catch up on the chat. Okay, we do. Okay, we got a lot. Okay, amazing. So P is a prop trader. So if this kind of puts things into perspective, maybe some of you guys were having a harder time relating to my personal account, but this is a prop account, and this is her managing multiple prop accounts. She got a 5-figure payout in 1 month. In 1 month. Is that not absolutely insane? Like this is a prop firm. So prop firms, you don't even have to put your own money at risk. So she made a 5-figure payout in 1 month. Stronger emotional clarity, emotional control. So this is where they've gone through like very similar journeys. So now this is showing you guys my journey, giving you like a little update on my sister's journey, on Blake's journey, and then we've got student journeys, or we've got people just like you. Like now we can see there are similarities between this journey. It's like the doubting, not knowing, not understanding. So I need you guys to see that like this is so relatable and doable. Oh, we do have P in here. Do we have P? P! Hi! Oh, okay. If you have any questions for P, she's trying to, I'm sure you guys are about to bombard her with all the questions. But P is in here tonight. Thanks for joining, P. But most of these students were in the same position as you. Walk in the same path. Some trading prop firms, having that same doubt. So we're in January. Well, we don't technically have 12 months now, but we've got a little bit less. But we'll say, about 12 months. The question isn't what strategy are you going to learn, because we've already committed. Guess what? We committed tonight. We said we're trading one time frame, one instrument, and one strategy. And we're going to commit to 1 hour a day of it. So you guys already locked that in. There's no turning back. So the question isn't what strategy are you going to learn. It's who are you going to become? Are you going to be stubborn, hard-headed? Even when you get a low point, you're like, I still got this. I'm a persevere. I'm going to move through it. I got this. Are you going to be the person who journals all your trades? Are you going to be intentional? Are you going to be the one that's like, okay, I'm going to make progress. Just like you guys saw the months that I was low, down bad. I doubled down, came back, twice as big, twice as better. How did I do that? It was for me seeing what I did wrong. Do it better next month. Pick yourself up. The person who follows a system. Are you going to be the person, sorry, that's a question mark. Are you going to be the person who follows a system and not just chasing setups? The biggest thing that I see most people do is I think the biggest thing is like one, doubt, yes. But the second thing is like strategy hopping. How many of you guys have tried more than one strategy? Okay, there we go. I'm bringing the chat back. There we go. Dude, some people tried 7 strategies. Someone said 100 of them. Okay, so let's just be very clear. Those of you that committed and said, I'm trading one strategy, that's for a whole year. So you have to commit to one strategy for the rest of the year. There is no more strategy hopping. There's no more grass is green on the other side. I have a red month. I'm going to try something different. If you do what I did and you keep it going, Kyle, go back on my YouTube. Go on my YouTube. We talk about that. That's not tonight's webinar. If you guys can understand that I stuck it through one singular strategy. So you guys have got to do the same thing. The same exact thing. Stick through one strategy. The hardest part is when you're down bad. It always seems like the grass is greener on the other side. Always. It is not. It is just you having the grit to keep going. Same thing. It's like someone said that insanity is like doing the same thing every time and then expecting a different outcome. That you got to be a little insane. You got to be a little insane. You got to do the same strategy every time, because there will be a moment where things click and you start to get that one leg up, and then you get that momentum and you get that snowball effect. That's what you guys got to do. So the person who's building reps is not the one that's just scrolling, consuming content, trying to go through as many different strategies as possible. You guys are going to cut out the noise. You're going to focus on the basics, which we've talked about. Trend lines is about as basic as it gets. That's going to be the version of you that's profitable. That's going to be the version of you that is, it's you putting yourself in those shoes like I asked you to do in 2023, in 2024, in 2025. Now we're in 2026. Can you make that kind of progress? And the person who went through, they're scrolling on social media, they're learning multiple strategies, that person is not smarter than you. Keep that in mind. Remember, I said I'm not that great at math. They're not more talented. Even me, I'm not more talented than you. I'm not smarter than you guys. I'm just stubborn. That is truly it. I'm so hard-headed. So that's what we're going to do. Exactly. John, yeah, we're blocking out. We're blocking out the other gurus. We are going to focus on one person, one strategy, one time frame, one instrument, 1 hour a day. I could keep going with the ones. We're keeping it going. So this is what I want you guys to commit to. The 1% rule. 1% better every day, one strategy, one time frame. We're doing it. We're committing. Okay, now Sergio already started the trend, but I need to see you guys. Typing it is not as good as writing it. So maybe if you guys can, after tonight's webinar, maybe tomorrow, like comb some time out to just like actually sit down and solidify this, write this down, write what you commit to. But I want you guys to type it out anyways. It'll be a version of like solidifying it, but I want you guys to type out that we're committed. Or I'm committed. Not we. I'm committed. This is just you. This is you versus you. Typing out that you're committed tonight. There you go, Albert. I like that. I like that. Okay, so somebody already did write it down. John already wrote it down. Okay, committed. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. That is what I want you guys to get out of tonight. Tonight isn't strategy. It's not going through playbooks or, we're going through win to loss ratio or win percentage. I want you guys to commit. I want you guys to have a clear vision of where you can go. I want you guys to have the necessary tools to get there, which is you've committed tonight to those tools or essentially those guidelines. I want you guys to stick with this now. Solidify it. You've committed. I think I've given everyone enough time to say that they are completely committed. All right. Has everyone done it? Okay. I think we've about got everyone in the chat. 1.5 thousand people here tonight committed. You guys are in. You did it. Now you got to take that energy for the rest of the year. Take that and run with it. Take that and roll with it. Now, for most of you guys that were wondering where are these people coming from? You were like, Arslan, what is stage 2? Or you're like, P, I see these screenshots, but where are they coming from? Where are these stories coming from? Where are these people's journeys or testimonials coming from? Where are these trades coming from? How many of you guys have heard of TLT? Do you guys know what TLT is? If you open any of your emails, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Okay, we have a few people that don't. Okay, that's okay too. If you guys don't know what TLT is, one stands for trend line trading. But this is the community that I have built where if you need somebody to hold your hand, which now some of you guys don't. Some of you guys are going to take this commitment. You're going to be like, all right, 1 is all I need. I'm going to take it and run with it. And you have gotten all of the information and all of the value that you need tonight. And if so, amazing. I'm so freaking excited for you. I hope that my journey tonight, like really shifted your perspective, really like lit that fire in your belly to where you're like, okay, I can so do this. I can start from that 5K and I can make these insane results. It's relatable. I went back and I saw the transformation and I am that person. I am where Tori started. And if so, congratulations, way to committing. You've done it. Now you have to actually execute. Now I want you, remember we did that calendar reminder? We did that calendar reminder to where you set a calendar reminder this same exact day in 2027. I want you to really just sit down a year from now and be like, okay, did I execute? Did I commit to that one time frame? I hope that you guys can come back a year from now and be like, I did. I committed to one time frame. I mastered it. I mastered it. I am the master of the 4-hour time frame. I mastered my instrument. I know it like the back of my hand. I mastered my strategy. That's what I want you guys to do. And if you feel like that's all you needed, then that's all you need today. That's all you need tonight. And just remember to carve out some time, write it down, solidify it. But now for those of you guys that were wondering, what is stage 2? What is TLT? I want to show you guys. So give me just a moment. I'm going to start sharing my screen. I know you guys have seen it in your emails. TLT, Trendline Trading. This is the community that I have built. You guys saw these results. They were from my TLT community. Now, this might not be new to you guys. Most of you guys said yes in the chat, but I did see a few no's. But TLT is a personalized 6-month program. So this is 6 months. We talked about 3 stages. Remember, I talked about Arslan being in stage 2, but now he's in stage 3. This is a 3-stage program that is 6 months long. And we've got 3 phases. Phase 1 is just understanding the strategy. So how many of you guys, and give me just a moment, I got to see the chat. How many of you guys understand the trendline system or the trendline strategy? Okay, Brett does. Okay, most of you guys do. Okay, amazing. Okay, cool. Then you might go through phase 1 much faster than most. Now, we get a lot of beginners, so we need to walk them through the entire foundations, all of the strategy and everything. But most of you guys already understand the strategy and the system. If you do, then all we need is to connect your trades to TradeZella, and we use something called Mentor Mode. Mentor Mode is to where I get to see all of your trades. I get to see every single trade that you place. Oh, give me just a moment, guys. My computer's about to die. Oh, give me a moment. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, friends. It would. It would. One second, guys. I gotta plug my computer in. All right, we are in. Hopefully you took a moment to get some water, get some notes. We just spent an hour. Oh, Rami, get out of here. I hope you got something out of this. Rami, you can go. You can get out of here. This is just a side note. So all of the information that I wanted to give you guys tonight has already been given. So if you're staying here now, if you guys are still in the webinar, this is just for those that are interested in TLT. It is just for those that are interested in what were the 3 stages. Where did these screenshots come from where P was in, got her payout, or where was Arslan? What is this TLT? What is this? So I want to walk you guys through what it is. Give me just a moment. I'm going to get back to our screen sharing. Give me a moment. Okay. Now I understand. So I was walking you guys through. Also, I had to take off the microphone. So this is just my MacBook microphone. But I want to walk you guys through the system. So TLT is 6 months. It's 3 stages. And this is this is only for those of you guys that need accountability. So if you guys, just like I had mentioned before, if you got everything you needed from tonight's webinar, you got the motivation, you got the framework, you got the commitment, you're good to go. For some of you guys that need accountability, that you need somebody to hold your hand, this is what this part is for. So otherwise, everybody that, got everything they needed, you guys can hop off. This is only for those that are like, I need some accountability. This isn't me trying to sales pitch you. This is 100% for those that are like, I need help. I need hand-holding. I want to shortcut my journey. I saw what Tori did. I saw her results that were possible, but it took years. I saw that, Blake did that in half the amount of time. Or Blake was able to make progress in a much shorter amount of time. Or Tori's sister, how is she already doing $800 trades? Some people need accountability. So this is the part where I want to just walk you guys through what it is. What is the accountability? How can you guys spend more time with me? How do I know some of the names that are on the chat that are watching tonight? How do I know P? How do I know, I believe I saw Sean in here. So how do I know these students that are in the chat here? How do I spend more time with you guys? How do you have someone hold your hand and hold you accountable? Some people need the accountability. Like if I am to, this is the way that I always put it into perspective. If I want my beach bod, if I want this body, and I'm scrolling on the internet and I'm like, okay, this is the one that I want. This is the body that I want. I will do my research on the person. I'll see where they started. I'll see their transformation. And then I want that person showing me. I want that person to take me to the gym. I want that person to show me the reps. Now, at some point, I'll be able to do it myself and I won't need them. But this is exactly, I'm like, if this is how I get results for the body that I want in fitness, this obviously makes sense for if this is the results that I want in trading, I've got to have somebody hold my hand. I've got to have somebody holding me accountable and showing me how to do this, showing me the reps. So we build your path. So this is very dynamic. It's not like a pre-recorded course, which is what most people used to do. They would give you access to watch a bunch of videos and then you're on your own. This is very dynamic, very customizable. And it's like you've got a roadmap where you've got 3 stages. And the coolest part is like most of you guys said that you understand the strategy. If you understand the strategy, amazing. So that means you're probably going to get through stage 1 very quick. Then you can move to stage 2 and then get to stage 3. But we've got a clear approach on trading. We've got a schedule. We've got goals. We understand that this needs to be catered to your goals, your lifestyle, your trading style. Not all of our students trade the same exact time frame. Not all of our students trade the exact same instrument. Some are even different markets. So like, how do we adjust this or fit this, or how can we cater to each individual, each trader here? And so talking about stage 1, we start in simulation. Now, this is recommended. If some of you guys have already been trading for like, a year, 2 years, if you're anything like me, I can't go back to sim. I can't, even if you told me, even if I was to try like, let's say I'm going to try long-term investing. I'm not going to practice, obviously. I guess this makes sense because it's long-term, but let's say that I was going to go back to the 5-minute time frame, and like, I'd probably be very rusty at the 5-minute time frame. But if I was to go back, I'm not going to go back to sim to practice. Like, you're just not going to be able to convince me of that. And like, sometimes some people are like that. So you don't have to. It is highly recommended, especially for beginners, or maybe especially people that are coming in that don't have any experience with this strategy, but they have experience with other strategies. So you start in the sim markets. You start with sim trading. We understand how to properly enter a trade, how to properly exit a trade. There's no financial risk if you're doing sim trading in phase 1, but essentially we just want to make sure that you understand the strategy. You can clearly execute a trade, entry and exit, purely by the book, by the strategy. So that's the goal in phase 1. If you go through phase 1 faster than possible, then you'll be able to spend much more time in phase 2 and phase 3 through your 6 months. But phase 2 is where we transition you. This is the craziest part. This is like, you have someone holding your hand from sim to live. You need help on finding a brokerage. You need help on figuring out, do I need to do, what are contracts? What are lots? What are shares? If I'm moving from sim to live, like, what does this look like? What is margin? Should I be holding my trades overnight? Imagine having someone to hold your hand through that process. I could have probably asked my uncle so many questions, but I was a little bit more hard-headed and was like, I'm just going to figure this out. And it was, I got a few margin calls and realized, I'm trading too big for my account. So just figuring out how to trade live. Like, what does live trading actually look like? And to have a clear system and clear guidelines to transitioning you to live. This is the craziest part about the program, is going from sim to live. So now you've got real money on the line. So it's a little bit scarier. So now we're just working on different things. Now we're working on psychology. We're working on position sizing. And now you also could be trading a prop firm. So you guys saw P was able to get her payout from a prop firm. She was doing stage 2 and she's in stage 3 now. Actually, she's getting ready to graduate, or she hasn't already graduated, but she was in a prop firm. So you can still put real money on the line, but if you're using a prop firm, you don't have to put your own money. Now, this is where, when you move from stage 1 to stage 2, this is where we've seen, obviously, it would make a lot of sense to you guys, where this is the hardest part psychologically. You can execute a trade perfectly in sim. You're like, okay, got it. Entry, exit, got it. Trade. Trend line, break, got it. Or a trend line retest, or trend line bounce, got it. When you trade live, things just get a little more hectic. Now maybe you're closing your trades too early because when you're in drawdown, you freak out and close a trade. So this is where we've got a coach designated to help you. We've got coaches in each one of these stages. So we've got a stage 1 coach, we've got a stage 2 coach, and we've got a stage 3 coach. And you've got a full one-on-one chat support, so you can ask whatever you need. And then you've got live group calls with your coaches in each one of these stages. So you've got something to help you every day, to where you're like, okay, I need, now also you guys have sessions with me. I probably have this already in the slides in a moment, but a reason why P stood out so much. So I don't know if P is still in the chat tonight, but there's a reason why P stood out so much. We've got Q&A sessions with me every Tuesday. And P was the first one to ask a question every time. She's like, Tori, I'm struggling with this. Help me out. Tori, I'm in the 5-minute time frame, but I held my trade for 4 days. Does this make sense or does it not? Every single Tuesday, she's coming with a question. The most engagement got the most out of the program. But stage 2 is where the emotional control comes into play. 70% psychology. Now, you're not alone. You've got live coaching calls. So when you are, let's say that you need help with a trade. Like, let's say that you just closed a trade and you're like, did I do this right? You go onto your stage call. It's called a stage call. And this is where you've got everyone in your stage. So let's say you're in stage 1. You and everyone that's in stage 1 gets to hop on this call and ask your coach, did you trade this correctly? Can you review my trade? Give me some feedback. Did I do it right? Did I do it wrong? Also, if you are super struggling, let's say that you are in stage 1 and like you just can't quite get the strategy. Maybe you've stayed in stage 1 for like 1 month or like 2 months and you're like, I feel like I should have moved on. Like I need like an emergency ICU. Like I need you to just take a moment with me and figure out what is going on. What am I doing wrong? It's like we are truly, I'm telling you, like holding your hand like we actually are. Like someone is literally physically there holding your hand and be like, you got this, it's okay. We're going to get through this. We're going to move through this. So you get direct access with the team. Now phase 3, what is phase 3? So we went over phase 1, it is understanding the strategy. Phase 2 is live trading and just consistency. We're building consistency. We want to see that you can do this and stay profitable. Phase 3 is about scaling. Now, you guys saw each year I had. You guys saw 2023, you saw 2024, you saw 2025. I scaled each year. How can we get you to scale? How can we get you to start scaling? What is the mindset? How do you scale and move on your own? How can you do this by yourself? Just like a fitness coach. Once I get like the routine down, I understand the reps. I understand how I move up in weight. I understand when I need to move from like the Smith machine to the free bar or to the free bar. I feel like it's free weights. So this is where phase 3, we're helping you scale. Now we're going to show you how to scale your positions. We're going to show you how to do this on your own. Now phase 3 is more about consistency, insane emotional mastery, but then learning how to scale is like next level. Like being able to go from, let's say that we're talking about futures trading, going from 1 contract to 2 contracts, it's like a mindset shift, a complete mindset shift. It's like you're doubling your normal position. You're doubling the amount that you usually make or that you usually lose. If you need help with that, how can someone help me move from 1 contract to 2 contracts? So this part is completely correct. Now it's 99% psychological and 1% strategy because you've already mastered the strategy. Stage 1, stage 2, like you've got it down. You know a clear entry, a clear exit. If it could, smack you in the face, you understand it. That analogy didn't make any sense, but you get the idea. But when we're moving to scaling, you feel like everything just like shifted. You're like, what just happened? All I did was move from 1 contract to 2. Or like all I did was move from, 1 mini to like maybe you've done 1 mini, you've done 2 minis. Maybe you're just simply trying to work your way towards I meant micros. Maybe you're trading micros. You're doing 1 micro, 2 micro, and maybe you're trying to finally work your way to 1 mini. It is so easy to feel like everything just fell apart, even though you totally understand the strategy. When you move to scaling, it is 99% psychology and just being able to withhold profits, hold in your profits longer, withhold through some drawdown, 1% strategy. You already got it down. But by the end, it is entirely psychology. Once you've made it to the very end of stage 3. Now that's what separates profitable traders from everybody else. I had my uncle. This is somebody I could call. Anytime I had a problem, anytime I was like, I feel like I don't know how to trade, like help, what did I do? Or like sometimes he'll call me and he'll just have a feeling. He'll be like, something go wrong? He gave me the environment that I needed to succeed. The structure, the accountability, the feedback. TLT is me creating that environment, me recreating that for you guys. Not all of you guys have an uncle. You guys don't have an uncle to just show up, knock on his door and be like, hey, I need some help. This is me recreating that environment. This is like I'm giving you guys many uncles. Not many as in very many, although many uncles, you probably get like 3 or 4. And then you also get me. But many, small uncles. It's like I'm giving you guys many uncles here. So you get coaches, stage 1 coach. You get a stage 2 coach. You get a stage 3 coach. Also, to keep in mind, each one of these coaches in these stages have trading results, have proven trading results. So stage 1 coaches, they have the results. Now, stage 1 coach might not have the same results as the stage 3 because stage 3 coach has to be on a much higher level. So stage 3 coach is Blake. He's been able to scale. He's been able to make much more progress in a much shorter amount of time than even I did. So Blake is the stage 3 coach. Everyone's excited to get to stage 3 to be able to work with Blake. But now you guys also get me every single Tuesday. I don't know if I put this in the slides yet, but you guys get me every single Tuesday. So remember I said that P shows up every Tuesday with questions. Every single Tuesday. She's like, okay, I need help with this. I need help with this. So every Tuesday is with me. Is a call with me, ask whatever questions you guys have. And then you also get a second call with me every single week, which is on Thursday. Thursday, I just work kind of through more curriculum. It's like more of a lesson. It'll either be chart analysis, my views on chart analysis. It'll either be a lesson or curriculum. Maybe it's a different setup or a different playbook, or it's analyzing your trades. But Thursdays with me are like truly full lectures. So anyone who wants to take this seriously can access it. And you might have noticed that I do not promote TLT publicly. So you guys, this is a small, believe it or not, this is a small webinar. This isn't something, I don't shout it from the rooftops. I don't think you've ever seen me one time talk about TLT on my socials. Like, I don't make reels about it. I don't promote it. It is a very private space, a very private community. Now, why don't I talk about it publicly? There's an important reason for this. It isn't for everyone. It requires commitment. Because also, you guys got to understand that, like, the success of my students is a reflection of me. So, like, if I just promote this everywhere to everyone and let everybody in, and no one's committed and we're getting crummy results, like, that makes me look bad. So I want the right type of people to represent my strategy, my brand, and me. But I mean, obviously, like, if they get success, it's amazing for them. That's all they need. I want them to have success because it's a representation of my brand. It's my reputation. But not everyone is ready for that, and that's okay. But if you guys are here now, if you still have made it, you're still on this webinar, you have made it this far, this might be a right fit for you. Now remember, I already asked you guys. I said, if you guys got everything you needed, you can hop off the webinar now. This was a motivation. This was a framework for 2026, everything you needed. If you stayed on and you've made it this far, then you might actually be interested. This might be a fit for you. If so, if you guys are truly willing to show up and you think that you can put yourself in these shoes and you're like, okay, this person's result, P's results, Arslan's results, Dave results. I think I can actually do this. I think I can make that happen. If any of that resonated with you, and you think that you're the person who just needs the extra structure, the extra accountability, and yes, the support, but mostly, dude, I'm telling you guys, it's the accountability. It is someone nudging you. Your coach is going to nudge you. If you haven't showed up, if you haven't placed any trades, if you haven't said anything in the chat, they're going to be like, dude, what's going on? Like, sometimes that's all you need is someone to be like, hey, are you still sticking with it? Did you still stick to your same time frame? Did you stick to your same instrument? Now, what's cool is we can see that. So we use something called mentor mode. We can see every trade you place. Everything you do, we can see it. So we know if you're going on tilt, or we'll know if you kind of went off to a different time frame or a different instrument. We'll be able to see that. But I want you guys, if you are interested, if you've made it this far, if you're like, I really think TLT might be for me, then I'm going to drop a application form. You guys can apply for TLT. I want to make sure this is for you. Now I'm going to drop it in the chat here. I don't know if I've got any team members that can drop it for me. And it's going to be really tricky. We might have to pause the chat. If you guys have a moment to pause the chat just so that you guys can get it or you guys can see it. Okay, there we go. So pause the chat just for a moment, just so that some people can click the link and they can apply. Oh, dude, you guys are killing it. Thank you. So here's the application form. This is where you can apply. And if you qualify, so go through the application, fill out the answers. If you qualify on the application, then you guys can book a call. You can actually get on a call with my team. And you guys can work through, okay, is this right for you? Is this a fit for you? Now, please understand that this is a valuable conversation. So, like, if you did apply, we want to understand that, like, when we get on the call, like, we want to learn about you. Okay, so what are your goals with trading? How far are you? Have you tried trading before? Or are you new? We need to understand, like, where are you at? We want to learn about you. So this is where I need you guys to understand this is what the call is for. We want to learn about you. We want to know where you're at. We want to know what you've tried. Like, we really want to understand, okay, is this a perfect fit? What are you struggling with now? What are your pain points? And honestly, is this actually a good opportunity for you? Is it or is it not? And then this is where you can learn about yourself as well. But what do you actually want to learn from trading? This is what we like narrow it down to or boil it down to. What do you actually want to learn from trading? What has truly been holding you back? So this is where, think January 2027, 1 year from now, where are you? Did you go through TLT or did you commit to a time frame? Did you commit? There's going to be two versions of yourself that exist right now. Version 1 is the version who watches this webinar, watches this masterclass tonight. Oh, I just made the chat extra large. And takes notes, says it was helpful, and does nothing different. A lot of you guys that already hopped off, they're not even going to see this part of the webinar. There's going to be some of you guys that, like, you hopped on, you're like, okay, cool, I'm motivated, yes, amazing, excited, cool. I can put myself in those shoes. I can see myself in that same transformation, starting out at that same spot, but then they're going to go to sleep and wake up and, like, do nothing about it. I don't want that to be you. Like, to be honest, most of you guys that are still on now, like, that's not going to be you. But there is a version, or there's still that possibility that you go to sleep tonight and you wake up, completely forget it. Like, all right, on to the next thing. Oh, I forgot I committed to a time frame last night. Oh, I forgot I committed to one specific instrument last night. Like, you guys got to remember, don't do anything different. Don't wake up and do the same thing that you did the day before, or wake up and still continue to trade 3 different instruments or 3 different time frames and 3 different strategies. I want you guys to come in to 2027, a year from now, and not be in the same place. Now, maybe you're a little bit frustrated that another year went by, but version 2 of yourself is the ones that are still on tonight. They're like, okay, I committed. I typed it in the chat. Maybe some of you guys like John actually wrote it down. You're like, okay, I committed. I solidified it, pen to paper. It's a very different type of commitment. I don't know what it is about your brain actually writing something down, but maybe some of you guys are like, okay, I did that. This is the version where you decided to do something different. You committed. You're going to do one time frame. You're going to do one instrument. Cut out all the noise, all of the other instruments, all the other strategies. It's so easy to think the grass is greener on the other side. I've felt those emotions. I've experienced it. But let me tell you guys, there is something in like just sticking with it. People that continue to think the grass is greener on the other side will never make it to the green grass. It is greener where you water it. And I know you guys hear that, but it's like, I need you guys to actually experience that. You guys saw my journey. I want to see your journey next. I want you to be like, oh my God, a year from now, I want you to be sitting in a chair and be like, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. So be the one who cuts out the noise, asks for help when you need it. You don't have to be so alone. Trading is probably one of the loneliest things you could possibly do. Sitting in drawdown by yourself, sitting in a loss, sitting in a red month by yourself. So ask for help when you need it. But now you're going to be the one that comes in January 2027. And you're going to look back and be like, I actually did it. I am not the same person that I was a year ago. Day 1 versus 1 day. Some people will live in the 1 day mode. And I don't want you guys to do that. Like tonight was truly I'm telling you, I don't know how else to explain it besides like, I don't know if you guys get this, but I'm telling you guys, I get it all the time. Even still now, that like fire in your belly motivation. I don't know if you guys have gotten that before where you see it and you're like, dude, I can do this. Like I get so fired up, like that just fire, that like warm sensation in your belly. It may be easily, you might think that it's like anxiety or maybe even jealousy or a little bit of envy, but it's truly just motivation. Like it's just motivation. So if you can sit with that feeling in your belly and know that, no, this feeling right here is motivation. This is a motivation feeling right here. It's not anxiety. It's not FOMO, which I feel like are all very similar feelings. It's not jealousy. It's not envy. No, this is me getting like super motivated. If you guys already went through the application, it looks like you guys already went through the application, already trying to book a call. So it's also limited. So if the calendar is booked up, it might be full, guys. Wow, dude. Oh, all right. Well, you did it. Amazing. For everyone that was not able to book a call, we do still have a wait list. So we've got a wait list. Fill out the application. You will be on the wait list. But some of you guys were able to book. Okay, cool. Amazing. So some of you guys were. Awesome. Dude, way to go, Daniel. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Okay, cool. Yeah, if some of you guys need to wait. Okay, Sean booked. Dude, let's go, Sean. Okay, I did not expect you guys to do that already now here. I haven't even finished the webinar, but that's all right. That's all right. But I want you guys to get serious. Not do the 1 day, stop jumping between strategies, the 1 day I'll get help. I'm telling you that just doesn't happen. And you want to know what's funny? I can tell you from personal experience because there's 2 things in my life. I am a winner at one thing, and I am a wisher in another. And I'll tell you guys right now that trading, I'm a winner. Fitness, I'm a wisher. Like I'm not a winner. I'm a whiner and I'm a wisher. Now, some of you guys, we might have overbooked. Let me see. Give me just a moment. I'll try to have my team check the calendar. So give me 2 seconds if you guys didn't work, if you guys weren't able to get on a call. So give me 1 second if I'm going to have my team work on it now. They're working on it now. Try to do a refresh and see if you can still book a call. So team's working on it now. But I'll tell you guys right now, personal experience. My fitness, now I might look fit, but you guys don't know. It could just be genetics for me. Remember, I don't have that fitness journey. I can't show you guys where I started. You might think that I am like the most ripped person ever. I'm not. I'm telling you right now. Strong, can't put my suitcase in the overhead at the airport. I need help. So like, I don't want to be that person. Like I want to be stronger. I want to be able to lift that up there and not have to ask somebody for help. So this is one part of my life where I am a wisher. And like, I always have that like one day mentality where, you know what, tonight I feel like maybe I'm so motivated and fired up by showing you guys my trading journey, an area in my life where I am a winner, that like I want to commit to that tonight. Like it's got me that worked up and that fired up. I know, guys. Yeah, dude, listen, I ain't strong, but that's what I want to be. So like maybe tonight I'm going to solidify. I say maybe. There is no maybes. We're just going to do it. I have a very like hard-headed mentality and mindset. It should be so easy for me to commit to something. But I think it's because if I ever have that maybe or like one day, it's not going to happen. Like I have to say, yes, I'm doing it. I'm committing. So have now given myself a pep talk to where I'm going to focus on my fitness and I'm going to stop wishing and whining about getting stronger. Because it's to show you guys what's possible in trading. I know I can do that in my fitness. I know I can. I see people on the internet all the time, fit as ever. And I know I can do it. So I don't want you guys to have that one day mindset is all I'm saying. That's one area in my life where I am thinking one day. So it's not going to be you guys. There's going to be people who decide that today is the day. So I'm going to decide today is the day. It's not one day. It's day one for my fitness. Even though it's about to be the end of the day and it's nighttime. I wish I did this a little bit earlier so that it could be day one for my fitness. It's not going to be perfect. I already know that. So you guys saw the entire journey. In 2023, you guys saw that it was far from perfect. You saw the very start fumbled the bag. Awful start to 2023. So you know it's not going to be perfect and you're not going to be fully ready either. I didn't understand. I think one of the biggest things is I didn't know I was going to make that 100,000. So this is what I want you guys to realize. In the mindset that I had at the beginning of the year, thinking right now, to be honest, right now, I don't know what I'm going to do or what I'm capable of this year. Just like the mindset when I was in 2023. I didn't know I was going to make 100 grand. I didn't know that. So like, I wasn't fully ready at the time, but I persevered. Like I knew it wasn't perfect and I stuck through it. I had the crummiest, worst start fathomable to the year. And I still saw it through to the other side. So I want you guys to understand the same thing. Like put yourself right now, 2026 is the beginning of the year. Like what am I capable of? I got to understand that, okay, this year could be rocky. You guys saw so many ups and downs. So many ups and downs. So I want you guys to also realize that you're going to have a lot of ups and downs, but I'm going to persevere. I'm going to stick through it. 2026 is going to be different. Starts with that decision. Not next month. Not like, Valentine's Day next month. And it's not when you feel ready because I know for a fact you're never going to feel ready. It is right now. So let's finish off with a few Q&As. I know we went an entire hour over. I mean, it's 9:08. I got nothing else to do tonight. So if you guys want to do a few Q&As, I don't get to spend too much time with you guys. So I would love to answer some questions that you guys have. Yeah, let's bring them on. Tyson, whatever questions you guys have. I've got a few. I'll spend some time. Okay, how do you handle fake breakouts? So amazing question. For the fake breakouts, I add additional confirmations. So I look for multiple confirmations. This could be, let's say that you get faked out a lot. Let's say that you're trading a small time frame as well. One thing that you could do, it could be just one small start, is waiting for the candle to close. That could be just one thing that you do that makes a mega shift. Maybe every time a candle breaks, you get a fake breakout, but then it turns right around in the same candle. You could just simply, okay, now instead of getting in right at the break, I'm going to wait for the next candle to close before I enter that trade. So it could be something like that. It could be just waiting for the candle to close. The second thing, it could be waiting for double confirmation. It could be where you mark up an area of support and resistance. So not only do you need the trend line break, but you also need a break out of the trend line and a break out of support and resistance, or either one. So that could be double confirmation. And then the third thing is waiting for something like a retest maybe. Instead of the price, so the price breaks the trend line. Okay, amazing. Now you want to see it pull back and touch the other side of the trend line before you enter your trade. So it's just the things that I do to help me with fake breakouts, is to add additional confirmations to, not all of them. So you don't add all at once, but it could start with just a simple candle closure. That was one thing that helped me. Okay. What app do you use? Hold on. I'm trying to keep up. What app do you use to trade? So Marvin, I use TradingView on my phone. That's the app. But then I have TradingView connected to my broker, which is TradeStation. Do you readjust your trend lines every time the candle closes? Ryan, no. So not every time the candle closes. Every time price gives me a new high or a new pullback. So if price makes a high, so let's say that you're drawing a downward trend line. If price makes a new high and then continues down, now I've got somewhere to adjust my trend line. Or if you're drawing an upward trend line. If price gives you a lower high and then a continuation, so you just essentially, you want to pull back. You want to see an area where price made a high or a low, but then continued. So don't move your trend line to every single closed candle. You want to see a true like point B or a true pullback. Okay, Sammy says, why did you decide to go to the 4-hour time frame? I decided to go to the 4-hour because when I first started trading, I started in the 5-minute, and every time I moved up a time frame, I found more success. So I don't know if that was me like working towards embodying like my full potential or to what I truly was meant to do, which was like a higher time frame trader. Like maybe that's just personality wise, that's what works best for me. But every time I moved up a time frame, I got better and better and better at trading. Now, it very well could have just been the fact that every time I moved up a time frame, I had also been trading for longer and gaining more experience and was just becoming a better trader in addition to adding another time frame. But something that I had noticed was I was just getting better trading results every time I moved up. So when I moved from the 5-minute to like the 10-minute, or the 5-minute to the 30-minute, or the 5-minute to the 1 hour, I was like, man, every time I move up a time frame, I get better. So then I stayed in the 1 hour time frame for a pretty long time. And then I thought, okay, if I move up to the 4 hour, would I get the same kind of results? And I'm telling you, I did. It was a rocky start, but dude, it was the greatest decision of my life. Thank gosh that I just thought, well, every time I moved up a time frame in the past, like I did better and I got better. Thank gosh I decided, let's do it again. All right. Mentalist asked if I use volume. So I don't use volume. When you become a swing trader, you don't need to trade specific sessions anymore, and you don't rely on volume. What made you choose TradeStation? To be honest, it was only because my uncle traded that. Sammy says, does Blake trade on the 5-minute? Blake trades on the 15-minute time frame. Okay. If a candle closes without wicks, how do you draw point B? So same thing. Even if the candle closes, that doesn't mean that that's a point B. You want to see a clear pullback, like think of it like a rollover. You want to see price clearly roll over, create a high, and then start moving down. That right there, that point, that high it made is the new point B. Whether that's a candle that closed that has no wick or not, you want to see price make a clear high and turn around, a clear pullback. Now that's for downward trend lines. For an upward trend line, you want to see price make a clear turnaround, a clear low, and then back around. Also, if you guys got to hop off, good night. Good night. I know it's late for some of you guys. I'm going to answer a few more Q&As, and then we'll hop off tonight. But I wanted to just spend a little bit more time answering some questions because I don't usually get to do that with you guys. Okay, how many? Of course, you're very welcome, guys. You're so welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. I'm so glad you stayed too. Dude, I gotta say, I mean, the fact that like this is the first time ever that I walked anyone through the entire 5K to 500,000. Like, is that not the craziest thing? I mean, that blows my mind. I can't believe I finally did it. Also, I will say that this is not an intimidating group. So you guys made this very easy for me to do it. Most people would poke holes through this and find some reason to turn it into like not a transformation when it's absolutely mind-blowing. We'll like find the negativity. So this felt like a very safe place to do it. So I thank you guys very much for making this a safe place to share my journey and to share kind of the progress and the transformation. All right, let's see some more questions. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Anyone that has tax questions. So taxes, not my forte. I didn't go to school for it. I don't know it. When it comes to taxes, it's the advice I always have every time is just like hire a good tax guy. Like it's just do some research, tell each, maybe potential prospect that you're a trader and they need to have some somewhat of a trading, not trading background, but just trading knowledge when it comes to taxes, so they can tell you what to do or what works best. That's the only advice I have. I'm just not a tax person. So like at the end of the year, every year, I'm like, okay, tell me what to do. And that's what I do. So anytime you guys have a question on taxes, it's just not my forte. It'll always be just hire a good tax guy. Thanks, guys. Thanks for staying up late. I appreciate you. I hope this sparks some motivation. I feel like, I didn't get it. I didn't have someone to like get me hyper motivated and like amped up, hyped up and ready to roll and like take over. I'm telling you guys, I was fighting in the dark. That like January where I was just like at a low. Like I didn't have someone to like get online and watch this girl show me her transformation and to show me what's possible. I didn't have somebody like that. So I was fighting in the dark. I didn't know if I was going to make it on the other side. So this is where I want to offer you guys. I want to offer that motivation. I want to offer that transformation. I want to offer that relatability. Someone says it's only 7 p.m. For some people are watching from the other side of the country and it's like 2 a.m. Okay, cool. It's 2 p.m. in Australia. Ah, amazing. 4 a.m. Listen, I had to get up when I was in Hawaii last week, I had to get up at 3 a.m. every day because I was behind. Everyone was already like 5-6 hours ahead of me. $7 a.m. in Dubai. Nice. Alrighty, guys. Chat's slowing down. I hope you guys got as much as you can from this. I just wanted to be the person to like give you guys the motivation. That was what tonight's call was about. And it was very non-threatening for me and not intimidating to walk you guys through that whole journey. So thank you guys for making this a safe space. I hope that I got you the motivation and the framework that you needed to just commit. If it was just simply, if all you got from this was just like, I'm gonna just commit to one time frame. If like that's all you got, I'm telling you guys, a year from now, if you committed to one time frame, you are mastering that time frame. I know you are. Now, you'll see more results if you compound on that, not only one time frame, but also one instrument and one strategy. But I'm telling you guys, if you can just commit to just that, to one time frame, one instrument, one strategy, you're going to see an absolute astronomical world of difference a year from now. So hopefully, even if there's anything you got from tonight, I hope it was that. Thank you guys for making it a safe space. Thanks for hopping on tonight. I will see you guys on another time. Thanks for joining. Thanks especially for those of you guys that it's like joining from an absurd hour. Thank you guys for hanging. I will see you on another time. Bye, everybody. I really enjoyed this. Thanks, guys.
Recording